What is up, everyone? I have a very special announcement for you. The Team Stream Team YouTube channel will be doing a giveaway for this video. One of you lucky viewers may have a chance to win $4.20 cold hard ETH. All you've got to do is subscribe to the Team Stream Team YouTube channel, join the TST Discord, the link will be in the description, and then comment what your favorite god is, as well as your Discord ID, and we will pick a winner at the next upcoming TS Tuesday. Good luck, everybody. How is everybody going? I am TST's the Mudman, here with the third installment of these budget deck videos. Today we'll be focusing on Death and Deception, so let's get right into the death. This deck is another early curve, tempo-oriented deck like many of the other free-to-play decks in this series. Let's jump right into the list. First off, we've got Bombfly. He is a great 1-mana card. Afterlife deals 3 damage to each god. He has 2 attack. He usually deals about 5 damage, maybe a little bit more, which is quite a lot for a 1-mana card. Next up, we have Brimstone. 1 mana, deal 2 damage to each god and draw a card. So this deals a little bit of damage to your opponent, maybe activates some Frenzy and cycles through your deck. Pretty good. We've got Blight Bomb. 1 mana, destroy a creature with 3 or less health. This card is in essentially every death deck, and for good reason. It is really great for controlling the early board. Tons of early game creatures have 3 health. Blight Bomb doesn't care about armor, it doesn't care about protected, it's just really great for removing things, and it is a core common card, so it's fantastic for these budget lists. Undead Roach is a new Divine Order card for Death. Afterlife, if you're frenzied, pull this card into your hand, so this card can trade a whole bunch of times and you can continue playing it. It's very solid for a 1-mana creature. We've got Blood Armor, which is a 1-mana spell from Divine Order. Set one of your creature's armor to 1, deal 2 damage to your god. This is really good in combination with the next card on our list, the Void Banshee, which is an overstated 2-mana creature. 2 mana for a 4/3 is very strong. Its Afterlife has a downside, deals 4 damage to you, and it pulls the card from the top of your deck and puts it into the void, but that is a small price to pay for all of these stats for 2 mana. And giving him 1 armor is quite powerful. Blood Armor is also particularly amazing with Decaying Rhino. Decaying Rhino is one of the best zoo cards available right now for Death. 4 mana 6/6, absolutely huge. He has the downside of at the end of your turn, if you're not frenzied, it takes 1 damage. But if you give him 1 armor, it doesn't matter if you're frenzied, it never takes damage, and then it's just a 4 mana 6/6 with 1 armor, and that's just way too big. Let's see, next card on our list is the Necro Scepter. This card is in contention for best card in the deck, costs 3 mana. At the end of your turn, obliterate 2 random cards in your void. If your void has 1 card or is empty, that does not matter, the effect still resolves. You summon 1/1/1 zombie with Leech, and if you're frenzied, you summon an additional zombie. So seeing as this deck has so many low-cost creatures, as well as cards like Brimstone and Bombfly, it's very easy to activate its Frenzy, and getting 2 creatures every single turn with Leech is really, really great. Now we have Barbed Fly, which has a roar effect of deal 1 damage to each god. If you're frenzied, deal 3 instead. You'll more often than not be frenzied. So this is a 3-attack creature that guarantees 3 damage to your opponent's face, which is quite good. And then it's just a 3/3 body that your opponent has to deal with. This card is very solid. We've already discussed the Decaying Rhino. He's huge. 4 mana 6/6, just outstanding, so big, kills your opponent very fast. Enough said. Now we have the Mass Raise, a Divine Order spell. Summon 3 1/1 zombies with Leech. That's not very good, but if you're frenzied, you summon 5 instead. So you can think of this sort of as a 4 mana 5/5 with Leech, which sounds amazing. It is easier to pick apart than your average 5/5, seeing as it's over the course of 5 bodies. But seeing as you're a zoo deck and you want to have a nice wide board, having 1 single spell that fills up your entire board is quite good. And on to the neutral cards. First off, we've got Shield Bearer. Shield Bearer has been in every single one of these budget deck lists except for Magic. And that's because it's a very solid card. You guys have definitely played Shield Bearers, played against Shield Bearers. It makes your creatures bigger so they can make value trades. It makes them bigger so they can deal more face damage. It's just a solid card. Now we have Planetary Acolyte. I've been really liking him in these budget lists. Seeing as you don't have access to all the cards available, being able to access the Sanctum first is often very, very good. And a 1-mana 2/2 is a very decent body, and the Bless effect on turn 1 will probably guarantee that you get to access the Sanctum first. We've got Vanguard Axelman, which, similar to Shield Bearer, is just a fantastic neutral card. It's in most decks because it's great. It trades up into a lot of creatures, maybe it gets a value trade. Worst case scenario, it's a 1-mana 2/2, which is pretty good. Vanguard Axelman, easy inclusion in pretty much any deck. Let's see, and here is Skeleton Heavy. This is sort of like your budget Pyramid Warden type card. If you're going first and you play this on turn 1, he's pretty hard to remove, and that just means you're ahead of your opponent, which is not so bad. And last but not least, we've got Sing Song Seder. All the real old heads in Gods Unchained will be familiar with this card. It used to see a ton of play, but it's fallen off in recent times due to its nerf. This card gives all of your other friendly creatures +1 strength. And seeing as that you have so many cheap cards that go wide, as well as your Mass Raise, which is the single card that fills up your entire board, Sing Song Seder can get a lot of bonus damage in, and Death doesn't have access, or free-to-play Death doesn't have access to a ton of board capitalization cards, and so Sing Song Seder gets the job done. And seeing as you have so many of these little zombies that all have Leech, turning all of those from 1 attack to 2 attack means you get twice as much life, which is really good for defeating your opponents. So let's see, let's talk about the core cards you should look out for while leveling up. For this deck, I only have one core card in mind, and that is Fickle Cambion. Fickle Cambion seems like it'll be really cool in this deck. 3 mana 3/3, whenever your god gains health, this gets +1 health. Whenever your god loses health, this creature gets +1 strength. So you have the Blood Ritual God power, which heals you, as well as all those little zombies you generate. So you'll be healing a whole bunch during this game and getting a whole bunch more health, which means that this creature can take lots of value trades. Health is very important for tempo-oriented decks. You also have your Bombflies and Brimstones and Barbed Flies and Void Banshees and Blood Armors that deal damage to yourself, which will increase Fickle Cambion's attack. And a really cool combination with Fickle Cambion is Fickle Cambion with the Blood Armor. So the Blood Armor will deal 2 damage to yourself, which will increase Fickle Cambion's attack to 4. It'll give the Fickle Cambion armor, which is just fantastic. And if you happen to have a zombie or 2 on the board, the zombies will heal you. So you could potentially have your Fickle Cambion be a 4/4 with armor 1 that gets bigger each turn. Fickle Cambion fits this deck really well and would be very strong. His games take forever. Necro Scepter's good. Blood Armor plus him is horrible because it gets levied. I think we're okay with keeping him though, because if there's relic removal in the Sanctum, I want it. There's relic removal in the Sanctum, that's a big deal. So step 1, get favor. Each player gains 9, no. Give a creature at the start of your turn, no. Looks like I'm getting 4. He should go to -4. Just my opinion. Sounds OP. Maybe it wouldn't be OP anymore. But at the time it was OP. Alright, Necro Scepter, we're in here. What's up, Longy? Too many zombies? Uh-oh, Longy, you scared of zombies? Damn it! Well, that's bad. This is really bad. It's not so bad. It's just, like, pretty awful. We can always draw first and activate the zombies. Yeah, Brimstone was great. You're gonna be good, not for next turn, though, unfortunately. I'll have a full board, right? Okay, so the plan is if he can kill my stupid 3/1, then we'll use Sing Song Seder to get through. And if he can't kill my 3/1, we kill his Bronze Gate with the 3/1, and we go face with a max power Sing Song Seder. Halloween vibes intensified. Very cool. I wonder if the music is Halloween themed. There seems to be no music. Very scared. Oh, the music's back. Alright, great. This order business was very lame of him. Gotta go face, so we activate the zombies. Let's sing Song Seder. He's proven valuable. I never would have killed that Bronze Gate without him. Not even scared. Not even scared. Good. Have that for later. I don't even care about the relic removal. In fact, I'd like him to reach up and grab it so he wastes all his favor and I can just re-Necro Scepter. Excellent Imperious Smite. Wouldn't expect anything less from Longy. Longy loves control cards. That's a lot of damage. Do you think he can heal? I think I should draw. It was kind of dumb. Well, I guess if I drew first, it's not like I could play Sing Song Seder. It's the only card that matters. He's good, he's not. I'm already enraged. Unfortunately, I don't have enough mana to kill this off, so I don't get any cool zombies. And yeah, we're still okay with him buying that and using it. It's just a big waste of his time. Oh, we got Jump Rapper with a gamble. Looked close. Big Jules following suit. 13 still cool. That gets him what? He went for the order stuff. Okay. Another sing-song. Or, no, we don't max damage. We gotta get out of here. Sing-song. More damage in the Sanctum. Did we just win? We don't just win yet. But we're very, very close. Deal 2 damage. We have the guaranteed Bombfly God Power next turn. I think the only real healing card he can play costs 7 mana. So I think we're good. Oh, we got a heist going on? Mocha Twist in the heist. What's going on, Mocha Twist? Amino came in the heist. That guy loves heist. I'm not in the heist? Come on, Streamlabs. The results are in. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Alright, oh, he conceded. I wanted to play the Necro Scepter and kill them all. And now we are on to Deception, the final god for this budget deck series. Quick disclaimer, this deck has a ton of Trial of the Gods cards, and it's just way weaker than any of the other budget decks on this list. Deception is in a really weird spot right now from a budget player's perspective. If you want to play an aggressive deck, you're going to need Shadow of Lethanons, and maybe even Shadewalkers, and both those cards are a little too expensive to be considered budget cards. If you want to go with Control Deception, then you're going to need 2 Demogorgons, and Demogorgons are ridiculously expensive. So, Deception doesn't really have anything to do as a budget deck, at least nothing to do that's particularly good. So, we went with the Guild Deception deck. There's lots of Trial of the Gods cards in here, like I already mentioned, and they're all quite cheap, but you literally can't get them for free through the weekend ranked events, seeing as you don't get Trial of the Gods packs. But if you really want to play Deception and you don't want to break the bank, then this deck is available to you. So let's jump into the list. Like I said, this is a Guild Deception list, so it heavily is reliant on Desert Mercenary. This is probably the best card in your deck. It's a 3-mana 3/3. Its roar effect is it reduces the cost to 1 of each of your guild creatures that cost 2 or 3. And we packed as many 3-mana guild creatures as we could find, as well as the Foreign Diplomat, which is a 2-mana guild creature. So the idea behind Desert Mercenary is you pip into him on turn 2, so that way on turn 3 you can, hopefully you had three 3-mana guild creatures in your hand, and on turn 3 you can play 9 mana's worth of creatures on turn 3, and hopefully that's enough to win you the game. The only issue with that is most of your 3-mana guild creatures, although they're great at generating value, aren't particularly threatening. Right? We've got Vagabond, which is a 3-mana 1/3, so if this is a 1-mana creature, it has normal 1-mana stats. Its effect is quite good. It's hidden, it has flank. When this creature attacks a god, add a copy of the top card of their deck to your hand. This is really convenient for knowing, what cards your opponent has access to. And like I said before, this deck's not particularly good, so maybe you can get a great card from your opponent. We've also got Diligent Architect in here as a 3-mana guild creature. This is a 2/2, so if this gets the Desert Mercenary reduction, it's a 1-mana 2/2, which is just normal stats for 1 mana. It does have a powerful delve effect. Roar, delve a structure from your add it to your hand, give it +2 health. So hopefully you can high roll and get a 2/6 Bronze Gate. It's not going to happen that often. It's a high roll strategy, but a 2/6 Bronze Gate is super strong. You can hide all your little creatures behind it, and that high roll might be enough to win you the game. Now we have Jinx Blade Duelist. This is a big 3-mana guild creature. This is one of your main win conditions. 3 mana at the end of each turn, give this creature +1 health if your opponent controls a creature. So you can combo this with Orpheo's Distraction to make him harder to remove, and hopefully Jinx Blade Duelist can go face enough times to get your opponent to 0. So, and then also we've got Fermentari Instigator. This is the last of your guild payoff cards. It's a 4-mana 3/4, and it draws a card for each guild creature on the board, including your opponent's guild creatures. So if they so happen to have their own Switch Duelist or something, you get to draw an extra card off that. This card is very reminiscent to Portal Wrangler, the Genesis Magic card. Portal Wrangler is considered very powerful. This has the same stats and the same mana cost. Portal Wrangler generates you 1 card. This one can generate you many, many more cards. If you compare it with 1 guild creature, it's roughly as good as Portal Wrangler, which is great. But if you have 2 or more guild creatures, it's incredibly good. Decent sized creature, lots more resources. Fermentari Instigator is really, really great. Alright, so now that we've gone over the guild package, let's talk about the rest of the list. The first card in the deck is Makeshift Ship. This is a 1-mana 1/5 relic with God Blitz and Flank. It's pretty good for picking apart your opponent's board, and if you get favor for each swing of it, it can get you 15 favor, which is quite good, and seeing as your deck isn't fantastic, getting cards from the Sanctum is important to level the playing field with your opponent. Now we've got the Switch Duelist. This is actually a very good card. Also a guild creature, 1-mana 3/1 with Hidden for a turn, and its stats swap at the end of each turn. This card is good for trading up. It also gets a lot of damage in for a 1-mana creature. Switch Duelist is super solid. We've got the Umber Arrow, which recently got a peripheral buff. It now is no longer blocked by ward. This is a 2-mana spell. You gain control of a creature with 2 or less attack until end of turn, and you give it God Blitz. So now that it's not blocked by ward, you can take your opponent's Drider Sailweavers, but it's particularly good against things like Blind Martyr and Living Container and Possessed Acolyte. But all in all, it's one spell that you might be able to kill 2 of your opponent's creatures with, and 2-for-1s are always good. We discussed the Vagabond already. Just a decent guild creature, gets you more resources. Talked about the Jinx Blade Duelist, one of your heavy hitters. So now we're on to Surprise Delivery. This is a cool new Divine Order spell. It summons 3/0/2 explosive barrels for your opponent. These barrels have Order 10 and Burn 1. They also have Afterlife, deal 2 damage to your god. And your god is your opponent in this scenario. And this card is cool for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is it deals 6 damage. Not bad for 3 mana. And it also puts 3 little worthless creatures on your opponent's side of the board. So if they already have 3 creatures, then you can sort of lock them out from playing any more. Next up, we've got the Golden Curse. This is a cool new slow removal spell, like a slow AoE removal spell from Divine Order. Give each creature burn +2. When this creature dies from the burn, your opponent draws a card. You are the opponent in this scenario. So this can slowly control your opponent's board, maybe get you some more resources, and seeing as you're not particularly strong deck, you're going to need lots of resources. So on to the neutrals, we've got Student of Society from Trial of the Gods. After you summon a creature, gain 3 favor. We discussed the Desert Mercenary earlier. The idea behind him is he makes your creatures cost 1, so you can spill them all out with your Student of Society to not only fill up your board, but also get a lot of favor in the process. We've got the Vanguard Axelman, which we've discussed in all the other budget deck videos. Vanguard Axelman is just good. It's in pretty much every deck because it's strong, it trades up, maybe it value trades. You can just play it on turn 1 for tempo if you need to. Vanguard Axelman, super good. Foreign Diplomat, he is a 2-mana guild creature. 2/3, very decent stats. He gives you a fair amount of favor, and like I said before, favor is good because you need as many resources as you can get your hands on. Then we've got the Skeleton Heavy. This is sort of your budget Pyramid Warden. If you play it going first on turn 1, it's fairly hard to remove, so that puts you just in the lead from the start. Not bad at all. We've discussed Desert Mercenary in great detail. He's fantastic. The Diligent Architect, you're looking for Bronze Gates off the Delve. It's mainly a high roll card, pretty great with Desert Mercenary. Then we have the Naturally Occurring Bronze Gate. This card's just really great. You have a ton of weak little creatures that can hide behind your Bronze Gate, and maybe, you can beat them with Death by 1,000 cuts after your Student of Society hits them 20 times. And the last card in the deck is the Fermentari Instigator. We talked about him. He's super good for refilling your hand. And seeing as this is such a strange guild-specific deck, there's not really much you're looking for as far as core and like legendary core and epic cards. So we're not going to go any of those. Instead, we're going to jump right into the gameplay footage of this deck actually winning a game. I hope you guys enjoy. As many chances as you can have to high roll the deck. We're going back to Thievery. Not Thievery, cheat. Alright. We're high rolling. Gold. Got a high roll. Oh, we're high roll. This is it. We can just play him. Next turn, pivot into the Desert Mercenary. Then 6 mana worth of stuff. The next turn, it's good enough to win. Hopefully. Also good. Okay, bigger than my thing, that's for sure. Oh, 1 turn too late. So we can play both these and cheat him. And then we go for the value trade, right? Alright, that was our big turn. Will it be enough? Next turn we look for the high roll on the Bronze Gate? No. Ooh, that's not the worst. We can still draw 2 off the Researcher, still get a card from this. That's pretty intimidating. Another one of these is cool. If I play the Researcher, if I play anything from my hand, I can't cheat. First this. Since I can't cheat, do I want to just play a second Jinx Blade Duelist so I'm not down a Jinx Blade Duelist? Or do I want to just draw 2 cards because that's, drawing cards is good? There's always trade and cheat. This thing is like very scary. If I trade and cheat, that's so... Let's draw 2 cards. Just not good at anything. Oh, G-Rash, you're so close on the gamble. 8? That's like 20, it's like 20 points away. Gives the Rune of Strength to the one that doesn't have regen. See if that pays off for him. So it's like, I gotta cheat this. Cheat that, see what we get. Maybe it's amazing. It's okay. Let's get rid of that. It's too scary. Let's get a new one. Let's see if we can high roll a bronze gate. No. Maybe? Is this good? Like, I have no idea what's going on. What? Why did that happen? Oh, I attacked with the wrong creature, didn't I? Yeah. I got confused because he did his shit. Wow, I fucked that up so badly. What happened? It isn't fair that I screwed up turn so much. I was looking at the Sanctum while I was pulling the mouse and I pulled the wrong creature. It mattered. Nice, more cool high roll opportunities. Another one. I don't want to play one. I can't take 2 damage every turn. What do you even do? This one's the pick. There we go. This is like a must-kill creature. And maybe this thing, giving our weakest creature +2 strength enough times is enough to do it. Maybe he plays something like an Umbra Arrow eventually. Haha! Consider yourself Umbra Arrowed. So Umbra Arrowed. Umbra Arrow doesn't affect Student Society, right? So, 2 things go face, I can buy that. That's pretty good. And then what, I'm playing a goat? Okay. Another pangolin. These things are too much. This doesn't have backline or anything. It just dies to that. Ah. Damn pangolin. Dude, do I start doing this? I still play this first, right? I don't think so. We're doing this now. We've transitioned to whatever this is. Alright, Goat, you gotta go face. Don't screw this up. Great job, buddy. Frontline because we're terrified. Pangolins are so big. They're so unpredictable. Can you attack? Can't attack, so I can't even kill him off. Stuck with that thing. Bronze Gate. I can give him even more armor. It's actually amazing. It's really good if I can just get rid of you. You're impossible. Almost lethal damage if everything goes face. Oh, you idiot! You're the worst one. It's gotta be face. He's so close to death. I played double frontline. Maybe it would have been good to kill that off, like the skeleton heavy in its place. Is this thing worth it? Because I can give it armor? Oh man, I'm taking it. I can cheat this. It's the most damage I have. Look at the armor go. I don't care about anything in the Sanctum. This is a weird game. Don't let him get the flank. Ooh, that's another reason to take the flank. I didn't think about that. Well, if he takes that kill with a God Power, we're fine. That's frightening. Oh, jeez. Stupid penguin didn't even miss. Oh. The Axelman needs to live. Did it live? Is everything attacked? Oh, deception! Free-to-play deception wins. So hey, you! Did you know that subscribing to the TST YouTube channel will increase your win rate by 6.9%? So what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. And while you're at it, equip Scythe of the Harvest and attack the like button directly in the face. Bye-bye!